So this is a video I recorded about a year ago, maybe a little longer than that. It was a GoPro sitting next to Monitor World, mixing a variety band for a large gala here in DC. And so what happened was, it's pretty ridiculous. You're seeing me relabel things on the fly here. You see, got the Sharpie out and some board tape, and I'm going crazy trying to find things. So what happened was, there was a big show on the stage, lectern portion of the show happened, and then the band came on after that. Walls moved out of the way, different pieces of the set flew out, and then the band came on. And although we had sound checked and wired the stage for the band earlier in the day, everything was done on disconnects with subsnakes. So what ended up happening was, the lectern portion of the evening finished, and the couple of guys working down on the stage as stagehands went to repatch the subsnakes and got the tails wrong. So basically, the curtain pops, there's this big reveal, and the band starts, and immediately everything's going bananas. I'm just completely sunk at this point, right at the start there. I'm wearing a comm headset as well, and a good friend of mine, Steve Baena, was mixing front of house that night. So we quickly got on comms. I started on one end of the channel count, he started halfway down, and we literally just started relabeling and cross-patching where needed in the consoles. There was obviously no way we could swap the digital snakes back. Certainly couldn't unplug things at that point. We basically had to get it working as quickly as we could without losing all audio. I think one of the first things I did was I just dropped all the monitor mixes back down to about 50%, quickly muted, reassigned, unmuted things, so they were back on the channels that we sound checked with. Once we got figured out where the mistake was, because they were, I believe we had two 16-channel subsnakes and maybe an additional 8 on another subsnake, so there were 3 16-channel subsnakes altogether with tails, with disconnects. Once we figured out where things were, it was relatively simple, because they'd be in blocks, obviously, of a number of channels. So here you're seeing me, we're already back into mixing, pretty quickly. Now this is obviously sped up quite a bit, so it was about halfway through the first song. And the good part is, being the type of gala that it was, the big reveal was a big welcome from the singer. So my 4 wireless channels, luckily my vocal channels, which were the majority of the downstage wedges, I was doing 7 or 8 monitor mixes on this gig. My wireless channels were actually sitting right next to me. You can see in the distance there's a rack of stuff. On top of that's the comm. You can see the 2.4 gig antenna for that. But it's a rack full of Shure U4 receivers there. So luckily my vocals didn't actually have any issues. My downstage wedges were cool, so nothing went taking off into feedback, and basically it was a big welcome intro over top of a vamp from the rhythm section. So we got it pulled back together pretty seamlessly. And the band kind of didn't notice when I talked to them on the first break. They were laughing about something being weird, but they certainly didn't ruin anybody's night. So that's it. That's the whole thing. Just wanted to explain that. I've had that video for a while and got a lot of questions about it, so hope you enjoyed.